Hi, my name is Aditya and I am the CEO of Automaski. Today we are going to be talking about perpetual motion. I'll explain what it means and we'll discuss if it exists. But before proceeding further, a little bit about Automaski. We've been working on complexity theory since late 80s. We solved P is equal to NP in early 90s, got into quantum physics in mid 90s, and within a few years realized this universe is a simulation and that too a linear order simulation. And that implementing physics won't require of the order of 2 to the power 3 n complexity, but rather of the order of n complexity. We had developed our rudimentary quantum computer a few years later, but only in 2014. When there were massive publications, we figured out which gates to implement and what algorithms to benchmark and test with. Hence, we implicitly achieved quantum supremacy in early 2015 by virtue of having created the world's most powerful quantum computers with a billion plus infinite precision qubits. 2 years back, we simulated quantum gravity with a billion qubits. 6 months back, we publicly launched our RSA 2048 cracking service available for anyone who cares to pay money and use it. Till then, it was available only to Department of Defenses and agencies around the world behind closed doors. And today, we are working on our quantum gravity computer based on causaloid formalism. Again, the core, if you think of it, the core quantum gravity computer has been ready at Automatsky for years now. We've been playing with it and trying incremental changes, just that we don't know how to make use of it because there is nothing published or available out there which shows how something like a quantum gravity computer can be used to solve real world problems. But before we proceed further, a little bit of advisory. Please proceed with caution. If this presentation goes against your belief system, then please ignore this presentation, stop the video, and focus on things you are passionate about. If you are respectful and polite, I would love to answer any questions you might have or listen to your thoughts. Feel free to email info@automatsky.com. Now, what is perpetual motion? It is the action of a device that once set in motion would continue in motion forever with no additional energy required to maintain it. This goes against our common, understanding of the universe because we realize that when we put some device in motion or we try to do something, it loses energy and it dissipates energy and it slows down and comes to a stop. Now, such devices of perpetual motion are considered impossible on the grounds stated by the first and second laws of thermodynamics. Basically, it is commonly believed by the scientific community that perpetual motion cannot exist. And then come quantum time crystals. They are a newly discovered phase of matter that exists only at tiny atomic scales and extremely low temperatures. So, at the level of atoms and electrons, uh, there we have discovered a new phase of matter which is called quantum time crystals. But what is it? You must have heard of crystals. A crystal is a system of many atoms, and due to their mutual interactions, they organize themselves into periodic patterns in space. So, a crystal is something that has repetitive structure in 3 dimensions in space. On the other hand, a time crystal is a quantum system of many particles that organize themselves into periodic patterns of motion. They keep Quantum time crystals keep moving in periodic patterns, and this pattern repeats in time rather than in space. So they will start with some configuration, change into another configuration, and come back to the first configuration as time passes. This periodic motion continues in perpetuity without absolutely any external energy source. So, what is the problem? The problem is your science is based on energy and conservation of energy and the concept that perpetual motion cannot exist. But this universe is a simulation, and at the level of the fabric of the simulation, the fabric works in perpetual motion without being constrained by any concept of energy inside the simulation itself. Inside this simulation or inside this universe, we have a concept of energy, and the fabric of the simulation is not constrained by this concept. Perpetual motion exists and is proven. Suck it up. Congratulations. Nonsense only goes so far. If you believe in nonsense, you will have no ability to see the truth. Though you might argue ignorance is bliss. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. Thank you and hope you have a nice day.